Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a classic kind of smoky eye, but with my wig and my outfit and everything I used to make the video that I did for this, I decided to coin this like my Rockstar girlfriend makeup because it's all very 80s inspired. So let's do it. I'm going to start with my brows. I'm just filling in with my powder brow stuff from Anastasia. I've been using this in pretty much every makeup look I've been doing lately. I'm really loving the powdery brow right now. And then to set that, I am just going in with the Thick It and Slick It from NYX. This is the one that adds the little fibers. I think it just adds a bit of an undone look, but it still helps shape the brow. Since I have so little brow hair, it just helps me add some volume in there. Then I prepped my eyes for this look. You're going to want to prep top and bottom because we do have a pretty heavy lower lash for this look. So I wanted to make sure I concealed underneath because I didn't want to conceal over top as well. So just color correcting and priming. Now for this look, I did not set my base. I wanted it to be nice and sticky. So I started with a medium kind of brown shade on a pencil brush and just started mapping out what my eye shape was going to look like. I had a vision in mind of what I wanted the lid space to look like, and I wanted to take my time with laying out my colors so I didn't end up with kind of this messy, muddy look. So I just started with my transition color and blended that out very carefully with a clean blending brush. There's nothing on this brush at all, just to soften those edges up into the brow bone a little bit. We want to use as much lid space as we have, so make sure you're bringing your crease up and make sure you're bringing your lid up when we get that far. So I just did this on the other eye. Again, I just laid everything out with the pencil brush and that medium brown, and then went in and blended it all out with my nice clean fluffy brush. And you can see Athena running back and forth because she had serious zoomies the entire time I was filming this. So now we are going back into that crease with a darker brown. This is just going to deepen everything up, give us more definition. I didn't put as much in terms of actually packing on the shadow as I did with the light brown because I knew I was going to go in with black shadow, and I didn't want this to just turn into a big black blob of nothing. So I went in and just laid this out with our pencil brush and again blended everything out with the fluffy brush. Now I did not bring this color up as far as the other brown because we want this to create depth and definition, not be a transition color for everything else. So we want this color to stand on its own. So we don't need to blend it as much. I just didn't want that kind of line look in my crease. So after we have that all blended out, we want to start really building those smoky elements to our eye. I am going in with my black pencil liner and tight lining my lash line. You'll see it kind of comes out at the edge as well, almost starting like our wing. That is okay. When you see how I do the shadow, you'll see it's going to get blended away anyway. So now I went in with the black shade from the Haunted Mansion collection from ColourPop. This is the Super Shock shadow. I cannot remember the name, but I know that it is like the Super Shock one, not the one that comes in the palette. So I dipped into this with a small packing brush and started building up this wing. So yes, we're going to put eyeliner on, but I decided not to wing out my liner and wing out my shadow. It gives a much more dramatic eye shape in general, but it also keeps everything looking very lived in, very smoked out, very grungy, something that, you know, looks like it has been through a tour and a bus, club, another club, another club. You know, you get the idea. So I just kept packing this on until it had the pigmentation that I wanted. And then after I had that all winged out, I went in with this kind of peanut butter color, I think is the best way to describe it, and packed that on my lid and used this to blend out the very edge of that black that we just used. So I am just blending out the edge that touches my lid so it doesn't look like eyeliner, it just looks like a shadow. This is where a lot of people start to get frustrated with smoky eyes. I would say just working in sections and working slow and even using small brushes is really going to help. And learning your eye shape is going to be extremely helpful. So now I'm going in with a vanilla color, and I am packing this on the inner lid and bringing it up into the crease. This creates a really different eye shape that I was kind of obsessed with. It's very fierce, it's very angular, and it's something a little bit different than what I normally wear. So I wanted to give it a try. I always put like a light color on the inner corner just because it makes my eyes pop, but bringing this up and over kind of on top of the lid gave me like a very different look, and I was very obsessed with it. So now I went in with my black liner and just did a very simple line just to define that lash line and help when I put on my false lashes. With having green eyes, black liner really makes it pop. Blue eyes, black liner really helps as well. Brown eyes, I would say like purples are a really good color to use because it makes your eyes go, really big. But finding a liner that kind of complements your eye color really enhances this look. So after I threw my liner on, I just curled my lashes because I felt they needed a little bit of volume since I wasn't doing a heavy false lash today. And then of course threw on my mascara. I did the top lashes and also the bottom lashes. I've started doing my bottom lashes in every single look and it makes such a difference. It's insane. So I made sure to get every single little bottom lash and then also go in with my black pencil liner on that lower lash line and start smoking and smudging that all out. You can skip this step if you want something more clean looking, I guess I would call it. But if you want the true like Rockstar girlfriend, grungy, sort of lived in look, I would say add that black liner underneath and then just smudge it out with a clean smudger brush like I did, and it just makes everything look super edgy and smoky. So then I took that blending brush we used before and just blended that pencil a little bit more so it was nice and clean. And then I poked myself in the eye. And this hurt so bad. But I rallied and we jumped back into the makeup. So I threw on my primer after this. This is my Brighten Your Day primer. Any kind of primer is really going to be fine for this look. As long as it has a little bit of tack and, you like it, then it's a good primer to use for this one. I didn't feel like pore filling or brightening was really important, so I just grabbed whatever one I had. And then I threw on my foundation. I did use my Pretty Fresh foundation, so it is a much dewier look. You could always do matte if you were looking for that, but I think the Pretty Fresh is just the perfect weight for looks that have very heavy eyes. I mean, you could do a full coverage. This foundation, even though it's supposed to be like light to medium, definitely feels more full coverage to me. It completely helps my complexion and everything. So I would say it's a full coverage foundation, but that's just me. So for the contour, I went with a nice soft little contour. I went into my e.l.f. quad that I have and a big fluffy brush and just did a very light contour on my cheeks, going from my hairline to the start of the hollow and bringing it back and just making sure that that was all well blended. Using a bigger fluffy brush is obviously going to give you something soft. If you want something more angular, use a stiffer brush. I went down the sides of my nose with just bronzer, not really contouring it, just adding some color. And then I also did this around the forehead, just to give me a little bit of a bronzy sun look. I think that adds a little bit more glamour. And then I went around my jaw and kind of down my throat with this as well. Again, just blending more of the face into the neck so we don't have that sort of mask look. This is the Care Bear bronzer that came with the Wet n Wild collection. I really like it. It's a nice little bronzer. It blends very well. So I just made sure to get that all along my jaw and then also under my lip to accentuate my bottom lip. And then going in with my Wet n Wild Care Bear blush, I added a little bit of this to my cheeks as well. I wanted something pink and something pretty light, and I thought this kind of worked because I was going for kind of an 80s look, so a little bit more of a pink blush. And then, of course, this bright fuchsia lipstick that I found in my drawer and was like, I need to use this for something. So I threw on my little bodysuit for my video, and then I put on just a nice little half lash, and then boom. this wig. This is that wig I reviewed a little while ago that I was like, I don't know how I'm going to use this. Well, I figured it out, and it is my 80s Rockstar look. So if you guys enjoyed this video, just leave me a comment down below telling me that you like it. You can comment like a little guitar. And I'll see you guys in the next one.